The new Netflix film Nonnas arrives just in time for Mother's Day. Was it an overpriced dinner or a well-cooked film?
I spit on Bologna. Spit on Sicily, okay?
Hi everyone, welcome to What's It Good? My name is Bob, and today we're going to be talking about the new Netflix film Nonnas, which stars Vince Vaughn and is directed by author and director Stephen Chbosky. Now, before I get into this review will be spoiler-free, but if you've seen the movie already, feel free to spoil away and drop a comment in the comment section below and let me know. Did you like this movie? Did you hate it? Did you think this was a good Mother's Day film? Could you relate it all to the story? I'd really like to know what you thought, and if you haven't seen it yet, why don't you go ahead and let me know what your interest level is. Don't forget to hit that like button, share the video, and support the channel by hitting subscribe. Let's get to it. After losing his beloved mother, Joe Scaravella risks everything to honor her by opening an Italian restaurant with actual nonnas or grandmothers as the chefs. Going into the weekend, I wasn't really sure exactly what I wanted to watch and review. What was coming out in theaters really didn't seem to interest me. And then I saw the trailer for this film, and it looked like it might be something kind of cool for Mother's Day. And this concept of this man opening up a restaurant to honor his mother and hiring actual grandmothers to do the cooking seemed kind of intriguing, because I know if it had been me, it wasn't going to be grandmother's cooking.
Get some cheese and crackers, some of those little cocktail weenies.
The film is based on a true story of the real-life Enoteca Maria restaurant, which is located in Staten Island. Its founder, Joe Scaravella, and the nonnas who did the cooking at the restaurant. So, with an interesting premise and a pretty good cast, does it have the right ingredients for Mother's Day? First off, this is a heartwarming story that you can't help but smile to. It's something that a lot of people can relate to, this idea of trying to honor your parents. So it follows Joe Scaravella as he opens up this Italian restaurant named after his mother who's passed on, and he wants to honor her by passing on the things that he remembers most about her, or the things that made him feel good about her. And he wants to pass on some of her recipes and his grandmother's recipes before. And he hires these grandmothers because he wants to create this sense of family. And there's nothing that says family more than grandma's cooking. And so he hires these grandmothers to do the actual cooking, and they're in the latter parts of their life, and it gives them an opportunity to kind of move forward in the next chapter of their life. So you get this story of trying to honor your family and moving forward in your life and overcoming grief and all sorts of things here. And I thought it was just a very heartwarming story that really had a sense of family and friendship, and it was just something that I felt was like comfort food. Speaking of comfort food, do not watch this film if you haven't eaten.
What about breakfast?
I've already had it.
We've had one, yes. What about second breakfast?
I guarantee you, if you haven't eaten, you're going to be hungry. And if you have already eaten, you might find your stomach growling. The food in this thing looks amazing. And I think that that's really cool because it got me thinking about the dishes that both of my grandmothers used to make. And I started thinking about them and this sense of family. And so I think that the dishes really enhance what the film is trying to portray, that the owner of the restaurant was trying to make this sense of family, that when you walk in the restaurant, you don't feel like you're going to a restaurant. You actually feel like you're with family. And so I really like the way they presented the cooking scenes and the way that the dishes looked. Also, I think the cast of the film is really good. You got Vince Vaughn, who plays the lead role of Joe Scaravella, but you also got Susan Sarandon, Lorraine Bracco, Drea De Matteo, both of whom are from The Sopranos, and it was nice seeing both of them. You got Linda Cardinelli, Joe Manganiello, and it was really cool seeing Talia Shire. I haven't seen her in a lot lately, and so it was nice to see her in the film. Overall, I enjoyed this cast. They all interacted with each other very well, played off of each other very well, and it was fun watching them because they reminded me again of my grandmothers and how they interacted with people. So overall, I enjoyed the cast of the movie, and it really added to the story. There are a couple negatives to mention. The first is that I think the film drags in a couple of portions. Nothing too serious that took me out of the story or anything like that, but I did want to go ahead and point that out. And the second is that the film is marketed as a comedy, so I do think it needed a little bit more comedic moments. Now, don't get me wrong, it does have those, especially with some of the interactions between the nonnas, but I do think it needed a few more. It's more serious than it is comedic, and I did like the serious moments. I think that's really the heart of the story, but I would have liked a few more comedic moments thrown in there. Real quick, before I get into my final thoughts, I want to remind you to go ahead and check out the other videos on my channel. Maybe I've reviewed something that you're interested in, or something that you've seen already and you'd like to let me know what you thought about it. Also, for those that are interested, I do have another YouTube channel with a couple of my friends where we put on a show called Dad's Turn to Talk. This is an opportunity for three dads to get together and talk about the things that we want to talk about, including movies, sports, pop culture, and have a little bit of fun at each other's expense. The link to that channel will be in the description below. Final thoughts. Was it good? As I described the film's story earlier, I think this movie is comfort food that is perfect for Mother's Day. It had a good story, a great cast, and at the end of the day, it put a smile on my face and made me think about my own mother and grandmothers. If you're looking for something to watch on Mother's Day, then I say go ahead and check this one out and bring your mother and grandmother along, as I think they will enjoy it. Overall, I enjoyed this one. Now, if you're still watching this long, I'd like to thank you for joining me. Don't forget to hit that like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time.